Welcome to Boxing on the Record with Randy. Now is the time we take a commercial break. Subscribe, like, dislike, share, do whatever you got to do to participate in the show, so that it'll reach others and the station will grow. Family will increase. So just do me that favor. Don't cost you nothing. Don't cost you nothing to hit the subscribe button. Don't cost you nothing to hit the like button or the dislike button. You can leave a comment if you want to. Tell me how you don't like me, or you don't like what I said. Whatever you got to do, just engage with us, so that our family will grow. And back to our regular scheduled program. Right now, I had to get on here right quick just to talk about ArrowTheTruth Spence. His name is all over the YouTube stations right now. We all know that the situation with Earl, where he got beat by Crawford, and Earl, my guy. I always have been my guy, still is my guy. But when the fight was over, I went in favoring Earl, just like a lot of other people. I liked the Crawford, but Earl was my guy. But when the fight was over, I told the fellas, I said, Crawford just beat the fight out of Earl. And they said, why you say that? I said, man, look at him. He gone. He out of here. True enough, it's almost been 3 years later. He ain't came back yet. And sometimes when you on a high like that, or you doing a lot of winning and never suffered a loss, if you suffer a loss that dramatic, it takes something out of you. Sometimes if you take a loss and it wasn't a bad loss and you able to come back and avenge yourself, you can continue on. Not only did he lose in the ring, he also lost outside the ring. He also lost his trainer. With him not having a trainer and having trained for a while, we know it's over. He haven't even tried to attempt to get a trainer. So we know it's over. Why am I saying this? I'm saying this because so many people are calling, not so many people, Ortiz is calling for an Earl fight. The only reason why he calling for an Earl fight because he feel like Earl is vulnerable right now. He feel like he can beat Earl. Back when Earl was on top and Crawford was on top, they said he wasn't ready. So why would you try to bring a man up to fight you that's not ready? You don't have no problem saying you're not ready when they're calling you. But now they're not ready. You want to call them. A lot of them always want the advantage. He's calling for Fundora. I don't really think he want to fight Fundora. Ortiz don't really want to fight Fundora. That's just something to put out there so he don't have to deal with boots. But we're talking about Earl. I don't think Earl is coming back to boxing. He kind of have shown us that. And we as boxing fans have hope. We always want to be the first one to say, I told y'all, I knew he was coming. My inside sources said that he was coming. You don't have to have no inside sources to see that he's not making an attempt to fight. Even if he decided to fight, it wouldn't be no time soon because he don't have a trainer. So that means he's not in camp. He might be doing a little something, but if he don't have a trainer, he's not preparing to fight. He's probably staying in shape. But I won't believe he's coming back until he get a trainer. And when he do get a trainer, I don't believe he will be back right away. I just don't see it no time soon. Oscar is going to be highly disappointed with the move that he's making by avoiding boots and trying to get Earl. That's just smoke and mirrors. They probably got their eyes on somebody else that they can beat. They probably looking at a duck. Sorry about that. I'm dating myself. When we was back in the day when I was growing up, when we shoot pool, the ball that was close to the pocket, we call it a duck. But he's probably looking for a cherry to pick. So like I said, I don't think Earl is coming back. And I'll say again, and I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate behind this and what have you. But just like I said about somebody else, I said about my guy. Crawford beat the fight out of him. He beat the fight out of him. And I was with Earl from the time this went on until the time he lost. And people might say, well, you ain't with him now because he lost. No, it's not that. I'm a boxing fan. And boxing must go on. Boxing went on without Mike Tyson, without Muhammad Ali, without Roy Jones, without Jack Johnson, without Sugar Ray Robinson. The list goes on, and boxing goes on. So I'm going to the next man that I like. Why am I sitting here holding on to Earl when Earl ain't even fighting? He might not fight no more. So I'm supposed to stay holding on, hoping he'll fight? And no. I'm not even holding on to Crawford because he's gone on. The game gonna go on. Boxing gonna go on. But as I say before I end this, I think Earl has did all he gonna do. A lot of us hear little things that they say on Twitter and they run with it. I want to be the first one to say he coming back. I told y'all, I seen it in an encrypted message. Or they hear him and they do an interview and he say, and if an interviewer asks him, well, is it anybody that you would come back for? No, I really don't see nobody. Well, if Crawford came back at 60, would you fight him? I mean, yeah, I would. Then I heard people say he calling out Crawford. He didn't say that. He said if Crawford came back and went to 60, he will fight him. That's not a call out. The man asked the question, he answered. If he'd answered it any other way, you would have called it a duck. So let's stay true to the game, people. Call it like it is, so that we don't confuse the casual fans. They're already confused enough with this stuff Oscar and Eddie and everybody else got going on, and the casual can't keep up. So with that being said, I'm out of here like last year.